The half-brother found out what the third uncle and the commandery did, their crimes, and he goes and tells the dead concubine's father, the same concubine who, tried framing the main character's sister, got caught and killed by the male lead. Yeah, he went to that father because he wants revenge on the main character, the male lead, and his third uncle. He doesn't care. He's gonna die over this shit. He wants revenge. The dead concubine's father goes and tells the emperor, and they plot a plan to get rid of the main character and the commandery prince in one hitting. Like, they have a full-on plan for this. The main character didn't die from the assassination attempt, but it almost took his life. And the male lead was just too late after his spies informed him. He was just too late to arrive to stop it in time. And him and the commandery prince, they end up basically fighting, bickering over whose fault the situation is, whose fault it is the main character almost died. Like, they're bickering and fighting over this shit. And finally decide to come to an impasse and decide to work together to get revenge for the main character and protect the main character and get rid of the nasty emperor. So they fake the main character's death. The male lead goes and returns to court, informs the court the main character is quote-unquote dead. He also starts pointing fingers towards the dead concubine's father, who is like, hey, you don't got any proof of this shit. Shut your mouth. I don't know what you're trying to accuse me of. And while they're bickering, the emperor falls sick. Like, he is deathly sick. And he ends up on his deathbed. Like, he is literally bedridden. He is about to die. No surprise, the person who's been poisoning him is the male lead and his spies. Like, the male lead had plans of killing the emperor anyways, because the second child the main character's full-blood sister had was a young boy who is now crown prince, and the male lead was going to wait until the crown prince was of age before he got rid of the emperor, but the emperor decided to pull the shit he was pulling. He's like, oh, I'm getting rid of you. You lay hands on my husband, you try taking my husband's life, you're dead shit. And the male lead is not the only one who wants to get rid of the emperor. The emperor's wife, the main character's full-blood sister, she wants to get rid of him. Like, once she realized what the emperor did, sent her brother out to die, she was like, fucking no. Especially after how she'd been treated by the emperor, how he basically almost let their own daughter die. She was like, fuck this shit. No, I am done. Any love between you and me is gone. I'm gonna get rid of you. The male lead steps in and stops her and is like, I don't want blood on your hands when you become Empress Dangra. Just let me deal with it. I'll get rid of him for you. After the emperor passes away, the dead concubine's father appears, and he tries stating that he has an edict left by the emperor that makes his brother, instead of the crown prince, the throne. Basically, he was setting up a prince he wanted to put on the throne and basically use as a puppet. But luckily, the main character steps in and is like, oh, I'm not dead. Arrest this man. And accuses this man of many crimes that he's committed and has him thrown in jail. Yeah. He also reveals that the retired emperor also has an edict, and this edict is making the crown prince, the main character's full-blood sister, Empress Dangra, and that she will watch over her son and help the court, deal with the court dealings alongside with the male lead. Yeah, the male lead is made Prince Regent, and if, the crown prince doesn't become a worthy emperor, he can take the throne from the crown prince. Yeah, he can literally take the throne from the crown prince. You're wondering, how can the male lead take the throne? He has no rights to the throne. No, you're wrong, he does. Yeah, the retired emperor is his actual father, his bio father. Yeah, his bio father had an affair with his own father's concubine. Like, after his father passed away, he started having an affair with the woman. And when the woman realized she was pregnant, like, this man had full on making the woman he was having an affair with his, Empress Dangra. And she's like, no. One, it's wrong for us to be having an affair because I'm literally your stepmother. So she runs away to a nunnery. She also did this because she had found out she was pregnant with the retired emperor's child and she wanted to protect her child. So she ran the fuck away to a nunnery, gave birth to the child, died giving birth to the child. And before she died, she didn't die at birth giving, but she was already a weak, sickly woman. So the birth process was terrible on her body. So the last moments of her life, she gave her child a name, handed the child to his adopted father, and told the man to raise the child for her and protect the child. And the retired emperor knows the male lead is his child. He full on knows the male lead is his child. That is why he was so playing favorites with the male lead. It's because he knew the male lead was his child and he thought the male lead was more worthy for the throne than any of his other children. Yeah, he knew. So I didn't think the male lead's jealousy could get worse, but it did. He's jealous of the main character's nephew, his own nephew too, the crown prince. Like, he's full on jealous of this child. He's always trying to get in between the child and the main character. Like, this child always wants to be near the main character. He absolutely adores the main character. He's like, no, stay away. Stay the frick away from him. Like, the male lead even goes and hides the main character away, which makes the kid super pouty because he wants to be with his uncle. He wants to be with his uncle, and his other uncle just won't let him. And he's, you freak, hogging him all to yourself. I just want a little bit of his affection. Why can't you let me just be with him? Not like romantic or anything, that's ew, but like, he just wants his uncle's attention. But his other uncle won't allow it. So the last 30 pages is dedicated to the second uncle and his lover and their story, and it's actually a reincarnation story. And it's just about them and their relationship. And honestly, the second uncle is very much the main character. They're very much alike each other. And then the lover, who is also the male lead's uncle, is very much like the male lead. They're very much each other's personalities. And I freaking find it hilarious. I kept questioning, is this actually a reincarnation story about the second uncle and his lover, or is it an actual reincarnation story about the main character and the male lead? Because that's how much they were like each other.